Welcome to MDT-201 Section 300 for the Spring 2025 semester. My name is Chuck Bales. I'm the professor for this class. What I want to do right now is just go through some of the content in the class to let you know what's ahead and also to give you some tips on how to be successful in this class. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the Canvas site for this class, and I'm going to be going through the different areas of this really quick. I promise this won't be a very long video. I know that we don't need to watch really long videos, but as you are probably aware, this is a completely online class. So all of the lectures have been recorded previously. They're all viewable on YouTube. All the information that you need for the class, with the exception of the book, of course, is available on the Canvas site. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go through the syllabus just real briefly. You know, I'll let you read all the details for this, but the MDT-201 class, Design or Manufacturing and Design, we have one textbook right here. This is the textbook by Thomas Wright, Processes of Manufacturing. This is a picture of it right here. Okay, should be available in the bookstore. So make sure you get that. It's very important that you get this because there's a lot of information that I'm referencing from the textbook. Not everything is found in the Canvas site. Okay, we'll skip all this stuff, not because it's not important, but because you can read it on your own. Let's go real quickly to the grading policies and procedures. So the grading policy or the grading topics for this class are very straightforward. There are weekly assignments. They are worth 80% of your grade. These are going to be composed of quizzes. And we'll talk a little bit about what these quizzes are in a second. Then there's also going to be a midterm exam. This is going to be after spring break, okay? And then there's a final exam. Both of those, the midterm and the final exam, are worth 10%. So there's your grade. 80% are the assignments or quizzes, and then the midterm and final are each worth 10%. And then the grading scale is shown here on the right-hand side of this table, okay? Now, getting down to the schedule for the class. So I have the schedule shown here. And what you can see is the class is composed of 8 different sections. Okay. So section 1 is introduction. Section 2 is casting and molding. Section 3 is forming. Section 4 is separating. And you can see section 4 starts before spring break and ends after spring break. Section 5 is conditioning. Section 6 is assembling. Section 7 is finishing. And then the last section is not from your textbook. This is Design for Manufacturing and Assembly. So each one of these first 7 sections, sections 1 through section 7, are from your textbook. Okay, so the textbook is also divided up into these 8 different sections, or 7 different sections, I should say. Each section has several chapters in it. Okay, so when you look at the textbook, and we're going to look at a module in a second, you'll find that each one of these sections contains several different chapters from the textbook. Each section also has a quiz. All right, and those are the weekly assignments that you're going to be doing. Right, they're not really weekly, right? Let's be honest. Some of them are going to be after 2 weeks here. This is a 3-week kind of section. And then this is also a 3-week section, section 4. Okay. So they're not technically weekly assignments. They're more like section quizzes. All right. And then your midterm exam should be on week 10. And then your final exam, of course, is on week 17. Okay. Now, I have these hyperlinks, so let's go ahead and look at each module. You're going to want to pay attention to the modules in the class to understand the organization of the class. Okay, so again, each module is broken down by section. So module 1 is section 1. Section 2, Module 2, Section 3 is Module 3, and so on and so forth, okay? So if we look at one of the modules here, and I'll click on the first one, you'll see that it's composed of presentations. These are PowerPoint presentations, okay? Some videos. Some of these are reference videos. Sometimes these are lecture videos. I'll show you the difference in a second. And then the review quiz. All right. The due date for the review quizzes. The review quizzes are always due on Sunday, except for the last quiz in section 8, right? And that's because it's just before the final exam week. So, but they're all due Sunday, the end of the week that we're covering this material. Okay. Okay. So let's look at section 2. Now you'll notice here, we have the PowerPoints, but we also have lecture videos. So what I've done is I've recorded all of the lecture videos. They're all on YouTube. And then you have the PowerPoint that I'm using for the lecture videos. Okay. There's also, as I showed you before, there's some additional videos for reference. So in this case, this is the casting and molding section. So we have lectures on introduction to casting, expendable mold casting, permanent mold casting, and casting in plastic. And then we have videos to help you understand the manufacturing processes here for each one of these. And then we have a quiz. And finally, there's some additional information if you want to go a little bit more in depth on all that. So that's basically how each module is, or section in the textbook, is going to be laid out. Okay. The quiz here is going to cover all of this material. So these 4 chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7, that are found in section 2 of the textbook are going to be covered in section 2, the review quiz. Okay. Now the review quiz is covering the whole section, so it's going to be multiple chapters. The review quiz is going to be made up of multiple choice questions, fill in the blank questions, matching questions, and true false questions. Okay. So all those types of questions that are going to be found in each one of the review quizzes. Okay. Now let me go back and collapse this, and you can see all that. Now, so the question is, how should you be successful, or what's the best avenue to be successful in this class? I know I've taken online classes, and I know they can be very challenging. So this also has some of my personal suggestions for how to be successful in an online class. First thing, stay on schedule. And the best way to do that is to make your own calendar on a piece of paper, okay, and write down every due date for the quizzes and the homework assignments so that you can see when you have to be completed with the study material, when you have to be done watching the videos and going through the chapters and the reference material, okay? So to stay on schedule, make sure you make a calendar. Write it down by hand on a sheet of paper so that you have that at all times. Don't rely on Canvas or anything like that that's computer-based, right? Don't rely on messaging. Write it down, all right? Secondly, watch the videos, okay? So for each section, for each chapter, there's going to be a lecture video. Watch these videos. This is where I go through all the important things to help you understand what's being discussed in the chapter. The videos are the key. The PowerPoints that I'm going through in the videos are the key to your success, okay? In order for you to be successful on the quizzes, you will need to watch the videos and refer to the PowerPoints, okay, that I give you. All right, so please, that's the most important thing for being successful on these quizzes, on the section quizzes, okay? As you're watching the videos and going through the PowerPoints, make sure that you write down important information as well as any concepts that you need to clarify, okay? As you're going through the video, stop it, write down something that seems important that I make a major point about, or something that's confusing. Write that down. Okay. Then you can refer to the book to help you clarify or get a deeper understanding of that. Okay. Write all this down. All right. Keep good notes. All right. Now, before you take the quiz, or after you've finished with watching all the lecture videos and before the quiz is due, so you can see the Section 3 review quiz is due February 23rd. So sometime before February 23rd, you're going to want to attempt that quiz, okay? When you get ready to take the quiz, you can refer to your notes, the PowerPoints, and if necessary, the lecture videos, the book, all right? The quizzes are open book, open notes. All right. So that's why it's important for you to take notes so that when you get ready to sit down to take the quiz, you have your notes right there. Okay. So make sure that you are ready when you start to take the quiz, because you're only going to get one attempt. Right. So make sure you're ready for that. And in order to be ready, you need to have your notes with you. You need to have, be sitting down in a quiet room. You need to have your computer open and the PowerPoint, whatever whatever you need to help you be successful with the quiz. All right. So as I said, you can use your class resources, books, video, PowerPoint references when completing the quizzes. All right. Now, by taking these notes, right, for each one of these lectures, that's going to help you also with the midterm and final exam, because the midterm and final exam are also open book, open notes. But there is no way that you're going to be ready or able to take the midterm and the final exam in the time period that you have available if you don't have your notes, right? Opening up, dozens of different videos and PowerPoints is not going to be a good way to go through the midterm and the final exam. You really need to have your notes so that you have a concise reference before you take the midterm and the final exam. Okay, the midterm and final exam are timed. All right. So I think that covers. It's not very complicated. The best way to be successful in an online class is to take notes and be, and follow a schedule, right? And a couple other things that I found useful is you want to treat an online class like a regular class. In other words, watch the videos at the same time each week or each day. Okay, so treat it like a regular class. You have a regular class, let's say Monday and Wednesday, that meets at 9 a.m. Well, you should consider this a regular class and watch the videos every Monday and Wednesday, or every Tuesday and Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whenever you want, or Saturday and Sunday, depending on your class schedule and work schedule and stuff. But watch the videos at the same time so that you commit that to your schedule. Like, I'm going to watch these videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Right? So you can treat it like a class. That's the best way to be successful. Where I find students have poor success in these online classes is when they don't have a schedule. Every assignment pops up when they least expect it. They forget about the assignments, and then, oh no, it's due, and then they rush to get the quiz done. And they do poorly on it because they're not prepared. They don't have their notes. And then, that's not going to end well. All right. The last thing I want to mention is my office hours, or where to find me if you need to get in touch with me. Of course, this is an online class, so it's, we're not going to have a regular online meeting period, but that doesn't mean that you can't email me. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to email me. If you want to email me so that we can set up a Zoom meeting, that's fine. I'm more than happy to do that. Please email me and send me some times and dates, and we can find what works best for my schedule and your schedule. If you want to come in and talk to me, my office hour on campus is Tuesday and Thursday, 9 to 10 a.m., Monday and Wednesday, 8 to 9 a.m. I'm in T401 or T403. Okay? All right. So that's all. 15 minutes for my how to be successful in this class. If you have any questions, please email me. Good luck in the class, and I hope to see you on campus soon. Bye.